Hi everyone, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to initialize an empty array and how we can add items into that array. So let me just create a brand new file and I'll just call it example1.js. And I'm just going to first initialize an empty array. I'll call it dogs. And I'm going to add in a few different types of dogs in here. And I'll say for position 0, we're going to add a German Shepherd. And then dogs position 1, I'm going to add a husky. And then dogs position 2, I'm going to add a chihuahua. And what we're trying to do here is this is how you initialize an empty array. There is another way I'll show you later, but this is the most easiest way, is just to denote whatever variable and the name you want, and then equals to these square brackets, opening and closing square brackets with nothing inside. This is saying that this is just an empty array and we want to use it later on. And what we're doing here at the bottom is we're saying we want to call this array, this empty array, dogs. And in the first position, we always denote the first position as 0. So it's always starting at 0, then 1, 2, 3, and so on. So we're saying the first item we're adding in is we want a German Shepherd. And then the next position, which is the and after the 0th position, there's the first position. We're going to add the husky. And then after that, for the second position, we're adding chihuahua. So it should be in this exact order when we console log out the array. So when we do console log dogs, I'm going to open the terminal and I'm just going to run it with Node. And you can see right here that we have this exact order. Of course, we don't have to put it in starting at position 0, so maybe we called this like position 3 or something. If we try running it now, you can see here that it will leave an empty position right here at the 0th position because we have not denoted it here when we assigned something to a certain position. So this is how you start adding items into an empty array, or if you already have things in an array and how you just keep adding to it. You just have to make sure you denote what position you want by calling that specific array, and then whatever you want to assign it to with the values, because we have these alphabetic characters that make up the name or title, it's a string. So we have it in quotations, but if you're putting a number, you don't have to put quotations. You could just put the actual number inside. It depends what you're trying to use it for, but this is how you add things if it is a string. And then we console logged out the dogs array, because now after we have set things up, remember it always reads the lines from top to bottom. Of course, functions are slightly different, but when we console log the array at the end, it shows all of this information that has been added into the array, which is what is showing right here. It's even denoting it with those square brackets at the beginning and the end in the terminal. So we know that this is an array of information.